I'm down at the park now with the dog. Got him out so he can come get his playtime. Had a workout I was supposed to do this about 30 minutes here, but it's gonna get real hot here today and high UV, so I'm just gonna have to push that to tomorrow because I got kind of fair skin as it was. I get burned easily and get skin conditions, especially I'm always warned when I get older, like you're gonna have a lot of skin problems if you spend a lot of time in the sun. So, you ready? So, yeah, I'm out here letting the dog play before it gets too warm. It's already pretty warm. It's 70 degrees already. It's not even noon yet, so gonna be a pretty warm day. I think it said it's gonna get up to like 84 or something like that. So, see how that goes. Yeah, still kind of upset about, slightly, I mean, about my eye appointment, about the doctor, you know, saying that he ain't gonna recommend I have the surgery. It's something that bothers me, but his point makes sense. He was saying that, you know, if I'm just gonna have to have one when I get older anyway, it doesn't make sense to have one now then get another one. That, you know, the more surgeries I have, more complications can arise and everything. So I guess maybe I can see if they do the instead of doing the vision correction like they were trying to do with the shader and the color correction thing, maybe see if I can just do the little shader thing and the color correction. I'll just have to wear glasses, which wouldn't be bad because I don't mind glasses. Used to hate them when I was a kid, but yeah, just because, you know, kids were weird and be mean to you because you wore glasses. I never understood why that was a problem, but, you know, just give them something else to be mean to me about. Like, that's when I got in the military. I got PRK, which was great, because also in the military you had to wear your glasses, right? And anytime you did anything, like especially where we were at, so I was a lot of, you know, kind of south most of my time in the military. So hot, humid, that glasses would fog over, couldn't see crap. So that's the most annoying thing, especially when you're out, like trying to do a patrol, especially at night, and you have to have nods on, but I need my glasses on so I can see, because if I don't, you know, looking through the nods, it's just green blur. But, you know, the glasses would fog up, I couldn't see shit. So they're like, eh. So, that's why I really got PRK too when I had that chance to do that, which was great. You know, I hadn't actually got down to 2015 vision. It was really nice to be able to see really good without glasses. But I guess that's something he was saying, that anyway, that in about 10 years or so, they'll have, you know, probably more advancements that they won't have to do the cataract surgery with the, let's say they can just put the iris lens in without taking out my lens, because that's, I guess, how they have to do it now, my natural lens. So they'd have to do the cataract lens. Like, since he's saying I'll probably end up getting a cataract again, just have to have the cataract surgery again, that just too much of a hassle. So, and since I can't be a pilot anyway, because FFA's or FAA are a bunch of dinguses and have this weird thing about anybody with like any kind of, you know, you go to therapy, they're like, they want to know about it. It's like, hey, I'm thinking it's probably because of the 9/11, that they're like, oh, we got, you know, has nothing to do with you guys. It's this whole other thing entirely. And but let's punish everybody. That's my guessing on it. Like, why they got so strict with that, because I knew people with pilot's license when I was a kid that, you know, was in war and had PTSD. They didn't have such a problem with it, that from like Vietnam and stuff before 9/11. So I don't know if there's a thing already or they just got more strict on it, that yeah, I was saying too, the annoying thing about that is that they said, oh yeah, you just got to go do this, psych eval that you got to get through like some, different little shrinks they had around that. It's like, okay, but that was like a $2,000, thing you got to pay for, and it's do all this stuff, do all this work, do all this running around, and then they're like, we're just not going to give it to you. It's like, well, okay, you had me move all the way up here because you made it sound like I was going to get it. Then do all this stuff for it, pay all this money for like just like everything added together, and then like deny me. Yeah, kind of pisses me off. Like, say if you're gonna just deny me, why don't you just say that to begin with? Like, you could have saved me a whole mess of trouble to then like try and get my hopes up too, and then like go to hell. Like, but it's a government thing, so of course they're gonna make it as difficult as possible instead of it's like, hey, we're not going to give it to you. Just go find something else to do. Like that'd have been easier. That would save me months, well, years of my time because I've been working on this stuff for over almost 2 years. So, yeah, I don't know. I could have just saved my bunch of money, had a bunch of stuff paid off already had more plans. Just simply go to Vietnam like I was wanting to do anyway. I was wanting to go there to have my pilot's license, try and get a job flying people around over there because they do tours and things. So I thought it'd been great to be able to go over there, be a pilot, do tours and things. That way I could, learn the language better, being forced in a situation like that, and also go around, see all the cool stuff, and, make good money while I'm over there. I'll find something else to do, but it's a small matter, and I don't know if my eyes are... because they dilated my one eye, my left eye, so I didn't put in my color contact. So I think it's still dilated a little bit, but yeah, that's what it normally looks like. It's got that, and it's still pretty dilated, but as it comes down to the bottom right side of my eye, I guess, or bottom left, depends how you're looking on the screen. Yeah. So, oh well. I'll find something else to do, and still practicing my language. I gotta do better at trying to form sentences for Vietnamese, but I've always struggled learning languages, but just because I don't know what it is. I'll understand the language pretty well, but I have trouble speaking it. Like I don't know why. Like I can kind of get what people are saying, but I go to speak it up, my mind just goes blank. I'm like what else we got? So yeah, for my workout, I got my rings up. I got to figure out a better way to put them on the dip bar. They were working. I was able to do kind of the workout I was wanting to do with the flies. So for my workout routine, I am doing like a full body. The one I did anyway, Saturday. It's Monday today, so and part of that is I do push-ups, and I was doing push-ups on the rings because it's supposed to be better for your joints and everything and help like stabilizing muscles. And so normally I would do 20, because I do 5 rounds. I end up doing 100 like push-ups in total. That I do 15, and then for the last 5 I did 5 flies, which worked pretty good. My chest felt real good, and then I was discussing, I wasn't getting real sore, but ended up, like, as soon as I posted that video, I seen a thing saying that, like, oh, you don't actually, like, there's like 3 or 4 videos actually came up saying that you don't actually need that soreness from like the lactic acid buildup to actually be getting a good workout. So that's good to know also, that I guess I was still getting a good workout. I just felt like I wasn't because I had that older information I was going off of. You know, I've always been told if you're not sore, you didn't work out enough. But since I've seen a bunch of video of these fitness people saying that's not actually the case, but so I'll work on that. So I'll do my workout tomorrow. I'll try to do it earlier in the morning since it's getting warmer in the days anyway now. But you know, I don't know. I guess California's just hit with a winter storm. So I don't know, maybe we'll get moved this way. I don't know. Kind of late for that, but go get it, bud. Good job. I'll got my new food for the week cooked up. It's chicken and rice again, but it's, you know, nice chipotle marinated chicken, and let it marinate for 2 days because I didn't put salt in there to reduce the sodium. So I let it soak another day longer, because if you get the salt in there, it'll draw out moisture. I don't know if you guys ever done like any kind of cooking, any like a dry brine. It's like you put salt on there because it draws out the moisture and then it'll reabsorb back into the meat. So you can, it's a good way to season meat. Like I don't like doing that with steaks. Get a good salt, and put like rosemary and stuff like that on there, so it'll come out, moisture will come out, kind of blend in with those flavors and pull into the steak, so you have a nice flavored steak. Still need a salt and stuff when you know, cook it and whatever, and after you're done, like but no, did that rice, some bunch of vegetables of like broccoli, cauliflower, zucchini, squash. Well, I mean, I know zucchini is a squash, but you know, they call it zucchini instead of squash, and it's yellow squash. But try to be the more healthy stuff. I was gonna do like Mexican rice. I put everything in there but the beans. I forgot to add the beans, so I mean, I guess it still could be technically a Mexican rice. I don't know. They try to be that more healthy stuff, and I do like those. I do like vegetarian dishes, though. Actually, you know, I like, because they're easier to make. It's like I like my meat. I do like eating meat, but the way I am, I can't just, you know, do meat. I gotta flavor it somehow. So I'm gonna have to do a marinade. I'm gonna have to do something. It's just more work. So it's nice to do vegetarian meals because I can just, you know, pretty much cut them up, cook them, eat it. I ain't gotta worry about all this extra stuff I gotta do, because just learning how to cook and things, that's what I like to do. When I traveled, like Italy and stuff, when I was stationed there, I'd like, you know, go during the cooking classes, learn how to cook, like, because, you know, it's more fun to me than going out to the bars and getting drunk and getting in fights. That's what everyone else seemed like they like to do, or pick up random women. Like it's just all crazy enough to, anyone's in the military understands like all the weirdness goes on. But yeah, I that's what I like. I like going to countries, learning about their, you know, actual culture, and then I say one of the big things is always food, of course. So, which also baffles me whenever I see somebody talking about any country. I see it a lot, especially in like Asia. I don't, maybe it's just me, but in particular, I always like I'm never bored about any Asian food. Like something about it I always enjoy. Especially, you know, a lot of them have spicy food. I'm a spice lover, so yeah, it just floors me when I see people talk about going to countries and like, what's the best restaurant you can go to that has like Western food? It's like, you know, why are you gonna go somewhere to a foreign country and hey, I want to eat like a cheeseburger? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, you know, just stay home if you're just gonna eat, like, you know, because I'll see people do that though. People even like make comments like, yeah, you know, we went to, you know, like the Philippines, and yeah, didn't really go out, didn't go see anything, stayed in the hotel, and then like went down to this place where we could get some Western food. It's like, well, What you didn't go? What was the point? You know, I don't understand that. Just to say you went, like, I don't know. But I guess I mean it's their money; they can do whatever they want. But just to me, I don't understand that. It's weird to me. Is it? It's like if you're just gonna stay in your room and eat food you can get in the States, why go? I don't know. Well, that's going on in the news. Say Giuliani's in the hospital, and I see a bunch of people. I understand people feel certain ways about him, and saying like they hope he dies and stuff. Like, and I get, you know, and then I'll see people comment on that, and I would think the comment, you know, that's not really a nice thing to say about somebody. That it's like I get, you know, the political stuff, but you know, and I imagine they would say, you know, well, you know, Trump does that, like, yeah, but you know, you can't say you don't like Trump for doing the things and then do exactly what he does and try and, you know, it just seems really weird. Like, because, you know, people will do that, and I'll try to leave comments on things, and sometimes, like, hey, you know, why don't you not do this because it looks bad? And as they like comments I'll get, like, well, yeah, but they do it. It's like, well, so say, you know, two wrongs don't make a right. So you can't, like, complain about them do it and then you do it yourself like that. But I also seen the Iran says they struck one of our ships, and then Trump denies it happened, and they say it didn't happen, which that could be a lie, obviously, to try to save face, but also it could be true that it didn't strike the ship, and that Iran thinks it did, because a lot of our ships do have like defensive. I forget what the hell they're even called. I'm sure they got like little missiles and things now too, but they also got like it's like a Gatling gun. I can't even think what it's called now, but like that'll shoot things. So if they say they shot a missile at it and it went out and exploded, they may have think they hit it, but that defense system took it out. So could be, you know, they think they hit it, and so it may not be exactly a lie on like one or the other side, but just misinformed in some way. But also they could have hit it, and you know, they just want to save face and say they didn't. But also I would think that they would use that as an excuse, like, oh, as an act of war, so now we can attack them again. So that's why I'm kind of leaning towards they probably didn't hit it. If they fired a missile at it, it was probably, you know, taken out by the defense system, which I was kind of thinking that they were just going to start up the, you know, war again. But, you know, since Trump said, you know, that his hostilities are ended, it's like, you know, and just started up again. It's like, oh, this is a different thing this time. Like, that's kind of my thought on that. But so that would have given them perfect opportunity to do that. So, you know, they have this Project Freedom saying they're going to go recover lost ships, and they're going to go in that. But, you know, thing with that too, say they're going to escort people, whatever, through the strait. But, you know, that's when Iran's like, you do that, we're going to shoot your ships, because again, that's entering their waterways. That's an act of war, so they couldn't do that. But of course, the blockade itself is an act of war, and you know, then Trump, you know, is saying that stupid thing about, you know, like, oh, it's just a friendly blockade. Like everyone likes it. Like, there's really no such thing as a friendly blockade. And but yeah, it's whatever. What else was there? There was a mass shooting I seen at some Arcadia Lake, I believe it was called, out in Oklahoma. I think it was that 23 people were shot. Weird thing. There's another one with some kids, where there were 2 kids at some house party or something that were shot. Kind of weird things that's going on. Then there's seen a thing, I couldn't read it because it's on the BBC that I seen it, that a car drove into a crowd of people for some reason, like killed 2 people. But when I clicked on the link, you know, it's BBC, they wanted me to sign up and pay to read it. So I didn't bother looking in for it anywhere else. What else is going on? the world that I seen when I got on this morning, looking around, seeing something about some solar flares. But I think that was a couple of days old, so I'm sure they've already passed now. It was just something about, you know, better chance of seeing the aurora borealis, if I can say that word. That'd be kind of neat, but I haven't seen that. I seen one once when I was a kid, and I was telling everybody, yeah, look, pretty sure that's aurora borealis, but we're in Utah. And they're like, no, that's just like some color on the window or something, like oil or something. You're seeing it wrong. But it actually went outside, and like, yeah, it's like red and green and stuff. And we had a really big solar flare. And then I seen one actually a while ago. I actually got a picture of it on my phone when I was in Idaho, southern Idaho. We had one. I seen some when I was up towards the northern or Arctic Circle. I like those. I think they're neat. What else? There's something else I read that found interesting, but can't think of it now. But yeah, I'm just kind of curious. What do you guys think about this, you know, friendly blockade, and how do you think that's going to work out? Like, how long do you think that they're going to drag that out for? Like, do you really think they're going to drag this out to, like, let's say, like the midterms? Because they had a thing about, I guess, I think it was Mississippi. They're saying that it was looking bad for them there. That was another one I read. That Trump was going to go to Italy, or is in Italy now. I don't know if he's headed there or is already there with, and for some reason took Marco Rubio with him to try and, I guess, smooth stuff over with the Pope, since he spent that little tirade bashing on him. Come on, go get it. Does he get it? Oh, sorry, I threw it too early, bud. Good job, though. So we'll see how that turns out. I'll look into that tomorrow. It'll be interesting. I'll go back here. I'll finish my adventure with the dog, let him get his exercise, and I'll go start studying my language some more, start practicing writing out my sentences. Plan my workout for tomorrow. I gotta look at my schedule. I always forget what I'm on, because I say I do my normal style workouts of, like, you know, push and pull and like legs, and then in between that I do a full body one. I just did a full body one. I think I'm on biceps, I can't remember. So I have to look at my schedule for that, and then maybe get back in a couple of days, see how things are. Gas, actually, yeah, gas has gone up another 10 cents where I'm at now. It's like $4.49 here. So kind of curious. Diesel's still at the same price. That's unleaded. So yeah, diesel's still at $5.49. So, but they say that gas is supposed to go up more. Well, hopefully it doesn't, because I say I got to drive about 500 miles to my buddy's house and then get a plane to, you know, Vietnam, and hopefully something happens or works out to where gas can come down, because yeah, just driving to my buddy's house is probably going to be more expensive for me, because I got a Jeep. Like it's probably going to be more expensive for me than my flight to Vietnam. So yeah, all right, well, we'll see you in 3 or 4 days.